Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. Look, there's been a lot of conversation about obtaining your C-file from the VA. There's all kinds of great information in there. Some of it is like what conditions that you have that the VA considers to be static. This is really helpful when you're going for permanent and total at the 100% rating, right? So 100% rated, permanent and total requires you to have static conditions that aren't deemed to get better, no future exams, that type of stuff. So there's a lot of good information in your C file, but it's sometimes a bit cumbersome and delayed process into getting it, right? So I have some great information here that I wanted to share with you, and I'm going to read you an article that's a little bit dated. It's about, 5 months old, but gives you a little more insight in what I'm going to tell you. So with that, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. If you're not a member, consider joining. There should be a join button somewhere. I don't know where. Somewhere it should say join. It helps the channel a lot being a member, and it helps me find you in the comments so I can reply a little quicker for you. Here's the headline that I'm going to make up. HR 1226, that's House of Representatives Bill 1226, will help streamline the process to order your C-file. Okay, that's the headline I made up. But it really is HR 1226. And that is basically what it's about. I'm going to read to you the article here real quick. So this is coming from, or here's his headline now that I found it. Representative Aguilar's bipartisan bill to streamline veterans' benefits claims unanimously passes the House. Today, Representative Pete Aguilar, Wounded Warrior Access, H.R. 1226, unanimously passed the House of Representatives. The bipartisan bill will streamline the process. And this, by the way, came out in March 8th is when this came out, this article. So the bipartisan bill will streamline the process for veterans to receive a copy of their claim file, C-file, for benefits from the Department of Veterans Affairs. Again, it's HR 1226. Super good information. While also protecting veterans from the risks posed by working with unaccredited and unqualified claims consultants. So you've heard a lot about that stuff going out, which is the protections that bill has. But the part in there about ordering your C-file is something that every veteran should be well aware of. Veterans put their lives on the line for our country, and we need to make sure that they have access to the best possible benefits when they return from service, said Representative Pete Aguilar. To ensure they can access those benefits, veterans need a simple way to access their information during the claims process and should not have to jump through hoops to get that information. My bill is a common sense solution that cuts through the red tape to make life easier for veterans in the inland empires, that's in California, and across the country. I thank Chairman Bost, Ranking Member Takano, and the members of the House Veterans Affairs Committee for their leadership in bringing this bill to the floor. The Wounded Warrior Access Act will create greater transparency by allowing veterans to view the documents that the VA uses when deciding their claims. Wounded Warrior Project commends the House of Representatives for passing this legislation and thanks Congressman Pete Aguilar for leading this effort. We urge the Senate to pass the Wounded Warrior Access Act as soon as possible, said Jose Ramos, Wounded Warrior Project Vice President for Government and Community Relations. As the commanders for the Disabled American Veterans Chapter 12 in San Bernardino, we serve a large portion of the veteran community, said Jose Mendoza, commander of Disabled Americans Veterans Chapter 12, San Bernardino, California. Our chapter alone has 15,000 members. We assist veterans with filing their benefits and claims, and one of the first problems we often run into is requesting a veteran's C-file or submitting the VA Form 3288. The response could take months, and we'd like to see this process more streamlined. The Wounded Warrior Access Act does exactly that. I'm happy to stand with Congressman Pete Aguilar in pursuing this common sense reform that will make life easier for veterans. Representative Aguilar serves as the chair of the House Democratic Caucus and as a member of the House Committee on Appropriations. That concludes the press release. Again, the C file is a very, very important piece of the VA maze, right? Oftentimes you are playing the VA disability compensation benefit game blindfolded. The C file is turning on the lights and being able to utilize the information within it to make realistic and appropriate next steps in your claims process. Look, for many of us, filing one claim is not the end. It's filing multiple claims. It's filing one claim, then filing another claim, then filing an appeal, then filing for secondaries, then filing for increases. So it's an ongoing environment, the VA claims process. Having access, and not just access, but quick access to your C file will provide you a lot of clarity as you move forward with your eventual subsequent claims. Now, inside the C file, again, is important information regarding the status of your claims as viewed by the VA. If your if your condition is considered static, the VA is not going to have a future exam for you, or should not have a future exam for you, because you are static, meaning that your condition is not likely to get any better over time. What you can do now is you can go through all of your static conditions, and then you can also look at the ones that are not viewed as static. Look, you're the patient. You know if your condition is getting any better or not. And if it's not getting better and you've had that conversation with your doctor and your doctor's telling you, look, it's not going to get any better, this is the best it's going to be, you need to work with your doctor to get your ratings viewed as static and not as the potential of getting better with future exams with the VA. So having this insight is important to make sure that you get the VA on the right track to help you get to that eventual 100% permanent and total. So very important information. Again, the bill here is Representative Pete Aguilar's Wounded Warriors Access Act. Wounded Warrior Access Act. And that's HR 1226. Contact your senators. Let them know that you support this. It's already passed the House, so let's see if we can get this thing to move along. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you. Have a great one, and remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.